General Flynn is running a domestic terror group called the Patriot Caucus. And this Patriot Caucus group tried overturning the elections. They tried to get me to extort politicians and a number of other election crimes, federal election crimes.
Disgraced General Michael Flynn isn't a name you hear very much anymore, but that doesn't mean QAnon's favorite military man has gone away. Now, independent Pennsylvania Senate candidate Everett Stern is putting Flynn back in the headlines by alleging the general was involved in a host of serious crimes.
This was done by one of Flynn's operatives who told me in person that they were working for General Flynn, that the national security issue was that President Biden was the president of the United States and they needed to remove him.
Stern alleges that Flynn's deputies reached out to him with a pressing national security concern, the need to remove President Joe Biden from office. This isn't news to anyone who follows QAnon, the right-wing cult that believes Donald Trump is still the true president of the United States. But General Flynn isn't just any wingnut. He's a high-ranking former military official who still commands loyalty among many far-right extremists. But anyone can make allegations, you might say. If Everett Stern is serious, why won't he name names? As it turns out, he will.
I was also told by that same individual, Velma Ann Ruth, that Flynn and his group and her will accomplish the mission by any means necessary, including the use of domestic terrorism.
Velma Ann Ruth is a name familiar to federal agents who monitor far-right domestic terrorism. She's an ally of Flynn through the Patriot Caucus, a group of ultra-MAGA diehards who believe anything goes when it comes to overthrowing Joe Biden. That includes blackmail and violence. But as Stern reminds us, Michael Flynn's insanity hasn't stopped since Trump's 2020 loss. If anything, it's gotten worse. Now Flynn is directly linked to a number of far-right Republicans running for office across the country. That hall of shame includes Pennsylvania's Doug Mastriano. Take a look.
And this goes into Doug Mastriano, into helping him get elected, how Flynn was instrumental in doing that, and also trying to get Kathy Barnett elected in U.S. Senate. And these people can sue me also. I really don't care. Let the lawsuits line up, okay? Because I'm telling the truth, and the truth will prevail.
Flynn makes decent money preaching nonsense to 4chan conspiracy theorists. Records show he makes about $58,000 per appearance, all billed through his company, Resilient Patriot, LLC. But the money is secondary to Flynn's real goal, building an extremist group to crack down on Trump critics nationwide. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, Michael Flynn is also building himself a terrorist group. According to extensive reporting from PBS, Flynn has repeatedly called for Biden to be removed from office. He's also framed this as an existential crisis for the country, something that would absolutely justify Flynn's extreme methods. Retired Brigadier General Stephen M. Anderson, a colleague of Flynn's, accused him of serving as a cheerleader for groups like the Proud Boys and disgracing the uniform. All of this Flynn sanity is driving home a tough lesson for Americans who love democracy. If you're politically connected, no one can actually stop you from forming an anti-government paramilitary. What's harder to explain is why so many Democrats are allowing Republicans to campaign without demanding they answer for Flynn's potentially criminal behavior. Around the country, Republicans who have accepted Flynn money or have aligned with the Patriot Caucus have so far been able to avoid any tough questions from Democrats or the media. The argument that Flynn is a fringe figure who doesn't merit the coverage is wrong. Osama bin Laden was a fringe figure too. Then he wasn't. But some candidates are speaking out. Florida's Charlie Crist took to Twitter to let voters know that Flynn is dangerous, and he's currently meddling in Florida politics. And PBS will soon be airing a documentary ominously titled Michael Flynn's Holy War. At last, people in power are starting to realize what a threat Michael Flynn really is. Michael Flynn escaped accountability for his crimes by leveraging his powerful relationship with Donald Trump. With Trump out of office, the Department of Justice must once again investigate Flynn's latest attempted wrongdoing. If we've learned anything from Michael Flynn, it's that leaving him alone is a recipe for disaster. We shouldn't make that mistake again. If you made it to the end, thanks so much for watching. Please leave a like and consider subscribing. And leave a comment below so you can let me know what I should cover next.